Wow. That's wild, bro.
Oh yeah, we in the building, man. You already know. Welcome, 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 people, to an episode of Blunt Talk. All cap, no space, no love. On YouTube, I'm your host, Silent Child 17.
P360 in the building.
Chap tracks in the building.
Yeah, man, and we back on y'all neck, man. Hold up, I gotta hold up. Let me calm down right quick. 'Cause we gotta get on this. Chuck, can we see the title right quick, brother? Show the people the title of this beautiful young lady right here. Louisiana mom kills 2-year-old son thrown from bridge.
Into the bayou. God damn. Look at that little boy.
Yeah, let him focus on that right quick.
Wait a
Because
minute.
we were just having a discussion amongst men just now, and we were just kind of going over the situation. I don't know if I wanted to read a little piece of it, but I see Chop got the audio bumped in. You got an old girl could read it for us. So if you want to do it like that, we could kind of jump into the story, let it play, or
All right,
y'all
it
want to
ain't
do it
that
like
long,
nah?
so
What
I'ma
y'all
just
want to do?
Paul had a little rant he was going on, but let me see if I could
You
just
want you want to speak on something? You want to speak on something about that before?
I'm looking up at the top and it's saying she and the 2-year-old were found in different locations, right? The 24-year-old and the 2-year-old were found in two different locations. So was she still alive when they found her? Was she dead? I'm trying to figure that out.
All right, hold
Go
on.
back up to the top under the title.
Baton Rouge, La. The
Because
body
it's at the very top
son were
where,
found
where the title was at, what he was showing about
was
the
arrested.
child and the mother. Now you gotta go back the other way.
April 22 were last seen March 5th, and their bodies were found Monday in different locations in Baton Rouge, news outlets reported. Officer Johnson after she and her son went missing, and from there, raised eyebrow, Sergeant L.G. McNeely told WAFB police made contact with that Brennan Murphy refused to give information and then disappeared. The 20-year-old turned himself in on Monday and he was booked into the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison on 2 counts of first-degree murder. It wasn't clear if he had an attorney who could comment on his behalf.
That must be Paul.
Murphy isn't the father of the child he's accused of killing, McNeely told the Advocate. The police spokesman added that the mother and son had been dead for at least a week based on the condition of their bodies. Sources tell the newspaper that Murphy allegedly put Kaylin Johnson's body in a garbage bag before dumping it in a drainage ditch and then taking a handful he used. It reports allegedly drove the 2-year-old to a bridge over a bayou. The child bridge cried after the incident, but continued to drive away. The East Baton Rouge office told the newspaper that the child's cause of death is suspected to be hypothermia.
So Paul, that's the answer to your question. He put her in a bag and put her in a drainage pit. Then as he was, and he took the gun and all that, then he dumped the baby over a bridge in the bayou. In two different locations, basically. The bayou he put the baby in, the drainage that she put the mom in is two different spots. Your rebuttal 360.
So he So this, oh, all right. This is. I thought. I thought it was the mother who threw the baby over the bridge. So I must got it confused with another story. But this is crazy. He killed the mom and then killed the 2-year-old and threw him from the bridge.
And he told the police that the baby was still crying as he was pulling away. So he knew the baby was still
Yeah.
alive.
Look at this, people.
Yeah, that's it.
This is crazy. Scroll down. Let me see. Let me see you stupid again.
Big ears.
Look at this
This man.
motherfucker. Lazy bone. This
Man,
motherfucker
a
right
woman
here.
and a child, like, and he wasn't even
Bro,
the
you done
daddy.
did all that?
He wasn't the daddy either.
Bruh, you done did all that, bruh. And you, oh, man.
Who in the chat? Who in the
And
chat?
you ain't the pappy, bro? What's going on, bro?
Oh, that's private chat.
Shit, bro, what is going on with these people, man?
Peter, I
How
see
you
his
even?
audio acting up again. Man, we might have to switch to what you call it for him thing.
All
Come on,
right. So
Peter,
what
I
we
give you
gonna talk
rebuttal. What you got?
I was sending you a message letting you know my audio had started acting up.
Yeah, I just read it. What you got on the conversation?
That's
I'm just trying to figure out like what the fuck do these people be thinking about, brother? Don't get me wrong. Over the years, I done seen and heard people do shit. What the hell is going on? Like, are they having mental breakdowns or like shit collapsing around them where they feel like the only thing to do is get rid of the children and everything will be okay? Or are they mentally equipped to deal with children? Are they on some type of fucking drug or like what the fuck is going on? Because I'm tired of people that
Oh
have
shit.
these kids or children get with these dudes and the dudes be causing problems. The woman be tripping or what have you like that. And then she'll decide to kill a whole family or he decide to kill a baby or he started abusing the baby. Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, somebody please help me understand this shit, 'cause this is getting to be a bit ridiculous that these people are killing babies that can do them no harm.
Let's see. I write on the advocate. They giving a little more detail. Let me see. Let me let y'all hear this.
yeah, man. This motherfucker ain't shit, man.
Cause
You
I,
gonna
I
bring, you
I'm
gonna
I'm
break down
just
like a bitch when you get in the police station and talk about how the little fucking boy was making noise and shit. And you still, when your bitch ass still dumped him, you ain't
and then
shit,
what
boy.
and to be honest with you, that ain't even no reason for you to do what you did. Cause you could. I'm quite sure
Yeah.
if you dating a little chick, you know where her mama live. You could go drop the baby off over there or something.
But they trying to say why they telling y'all why he did it. Like, well, they going into what he said of why he did it. Basically,
All
let
right.
me see if you read the
Yeah,
end of it.
drop the ad off the screen, child. You showing ads on the screen.
Damn, why you get how y'all get ads? Oh, that shit behind like a motherfucker.
Yeah, man. But you heard dropping him off. He heard the baby,
Screaming.
but he said he heard the baby still squealing in the bag.
The baby wasn't in the bag. He just threw the baby over, no bag, no nothing.
So the baby was making noise. I thought the baby was. Oh man, because I could barely.
Threw the baby over. He put the girl in the bag.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and read it. This is crazy. Let me see. Let me zoom in.
There. What? I'm about to play this all up so y'all can see. This is a different article.
Yeah.
The boyfriend of a missing Baton Rouge woman admitted to police that he shot her to death after an argument, left her body on Burbank Drive, and drove to Central and threw her still living toddler son off the bridge. Sources say told investigators that his 4-year-old Caitlin Johnson picked him up from his home in Turkey Summers the evening of March 5th, while her son, 2-year-old Caden Johnson, sat buckled in the car's backseat. After driving for a bit, Murphy said he and Johnson parked.
I don't see nothing after that.
Began to argue. He became angry and shot Johnson, killing her.
See what they said after driving a bit. Murphy said he and Johnson parked in the rear of a parking lot and began to argue. They didn't say what they was arguing about.
Right. There we go. Yeah, there you go. Cause I'm picking up my screen on it so I can read it. I got it.
Let me see. All right, that's it right there.
So it wasn't that the mama threw the baby off the bridge, it was him.
Yeah,
He killed the mama, then threw the baby off the bridge. That's sad, man. Over an argument he had with her.
Bag and discarded it in a drainage ditch on the west side of the roadway. Into a wooded area near the site. From there, Murphy allegedly drove Johnson's Nissan to Central Thruway, pulling the shoulder of an elevated stretch of road over before taking the still uninjured Cayman from the car and carrying him to the side of the overpass. Murphy told authorities he could hear the child crying after he threw him, but continued to drive away. He parked Johnson's car on a dead-end street near his residence, where it was later found, stripped of its license plate, by police. Johnson and her son were reported missing March 11th after family members told authorities they hadn't heard from the young mother for 6 days and that attempts to call her phone had been unsuccessful. The cause of the argument between Johnson and Murphy is unknown, police said. Missing persons flyers posted by her family say Johnson was 6 months pregnant at the time of her disappearance.
So he put her in a bag and threw her on Burbank.
Nigga. Was she about to leave you,
put
bitch?
her in the bag
Was she
and threw
about
her
to
on
leave you,
Burbank,
bitch? You wasn't ain't shit ass nigga and she was about to leave.
he killed the little boy. Damn.
The little boy wound up dead?
Yeah, that's
the boy wound up dead from hypothermia.
Yeah, cause he say he heard him crying.
Yeah, and he pulled off and the baby died from hypothermia.
Right. Baby froze to death.
He didn't have none of that to do, bro. None. Yeah, you're fussing with the mama. All right, look, I'm gonna drop y'all at home and I'm gonna just go somewhere and cool off or whatever.
Boy, they got a cold place in hell for that boy.
But you know how many times that they got into arguments, it just left, son. Like,
they got a cold place in hell for that nigga, that boy.
So let me get the rest of the interview so y'all could just hear it from these people, because that's what NOLA did. They basically got the interview from the advocate.
himself into police Monday and led investigators to the bodies. The East Baton Rouge coroner's office confirmed that the bodies belonged to Johnson and her son. Kaylin Johnson's manner of death is homicide, Coroner William Bo Clark said. The cause of death is multiple gunshot wounds. A gunshot wound was not official yet, but hypothermia is suspected, he said. Clark also
Mm-hmm.
Johnson was pregnant at the time of her death. Murphy was booked into East Baton Rouge Parish Prison on 2 counts of first-degree murder. On Tuesday,
Yeah, you raggedy bitch.
held in jail without bond. PRPD spokesman Don Coppola said that because the coroner's office confirmed Johnson was pregnant, Murphy will likely face additional charges.
So there y'all go. That's the whole story.
Yeah. No, I'm good, huh? Come on, man. First of all, you was you was in that much of a weak predicament, though, to where you felt like you had to shoot a nigga.
Shoot the woman.
Yeah,
You
setting that shit
shot her.
out. Shit.
Yeah, you not only shot her. Not only that, Chop, you wasn't even driving. That wasn't even your car, nigga.
So that's a money issue too, right there.
It was her car.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it.
He
Her
shot
car
her
and put her in the
and put her in the fucking passenger seat.
Of our own car.
And
Like,
drove off, dog. With the
he might not
nigga.
make it in jail, son. Like, it's no just reason. If she'd have cheated on him and the baby was for somebody else, or because that's probably possible too. The baby could have been for the baby daddy, because the son wasn't for her, for him. So
Right.
I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just thinking of possibilities or whatever. But that could have been whatever. But dude could have really just been crazy like that. I'm not trying to find a way to say why he did what he did. I'm just trying to understand what would make a person,
Go to that extreme.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what happened. Whatever happened, that ain't the answer.
Never will be. That shouldn't even be a thought in a nigga mind at that point. Like, I'm gonna just kill this bitch and throw the baby off the bridge. Nah, dude.
God damn, I know,
How
right?
you even let that
You see
roll
how bad that
across
sound
your
when it
thought
come out your
process?
mouth?
Yeah, bro, that don't even sound right. And God forgive me. God forgive me for saying this. But even if I'm not saying he right or none of that, but even if you gonna kill a woman because of whatever reason, what reason you had to throw that fucking baby over the fucking bridge like that, dog?
Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying. Make
That's
it
what I'm
make sense to
saying.
me too.
What kind of sick ass points you thought you was gonna get for doing that shit?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, what could possibly allow you to even have that thought?
So wait, let me ask y'all this, because this is a different angle, right? What if people like that are insurgents?
Explain that question, bro.
What what if people like that are made to uh go get to mingle with people or whatever, and but in a certain time span when they get a certain phone call, they supposed to just mutilate everybody or some shit like that. Like, how we know that ain't
All right. I see what you're saying.
Ah, Manchurian candidate type shit.
They've been like,
yeah.
yeah.
Nah, I'm just saying, because I can't be. I don't know nobody that I think of spaz out like that. Like, even the people that I know that's real, you know, killers. Like
Yeah, that's a good point though, man. Because
they not about
that's
to
a
sit
good
up
point.
there and they're not about to sit up there and go killing, even thinking about killing a child or a female. Like, what is you serious? Man, you shot this girl multiple times. So you ain't just shoot her in her head or shoot her one time she was dead. You shot her up. Then you took her baby, another man's child, and threw him over the damn balcony. I mean, not the balcony. I'm sorry.
Over the bridge.
Over the bridge. I got 3 children. I couldn't imagine throwing one of them over a bridge. It's no matter how much shit they be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, not one child. Like, and I would won't kill the person that
That did it.
threw my child over the thing out 100 times. Like every day, I just won't wake up and kill you, wake you back up, and keep killing you.
Over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a psychological situation going on now. Rather he, rather can't deal with his emotions that much to where it'll bring him to do this fuck shit.
You got
Or
to be
like you
really
said, Chuck,
weak
you being
individual
fucking
to do
a
that.
mole in these
But
neighborhoods to
see,
start
it's
chaos.
a thing too. Let me
You
pull
know what
a
I'm
clip
saying?
down, man. Respect to Kayla Johnson and Caden Johnson, man. That's the names, but that's just I can't keep. I'm damn.
Yeah, rest in peace for them people, man. Rest in peace. Cause that shit is sick, right?
But
And and fuck that bitch ass nigga. I hope worms grow big in your ass and eat you from the inside out, bitch, and leave nothing but your big ass ears.
nah, I'm not gonna say that. And see what we all know too, because this is what I'm saying. I don't want throw all the blame to the health
Mental health situation.
people because they got some people that know they fucked up and they'll just say that, you know what I'm saying? But they not gonna be out here trying to really kill nobody. Like it take a different type of person to won't kill a female and her child.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I really don't think that he would even be able to get, in my opinion, any type of mental health, nothing, because it, in my mind, you knew when you was dating this person, she had a child. Nah, like we said, he shot her, put her body in the passenger seat. So what if they were driving and she was confronting him about some shit he was doing and he couldn't take it? Or fuck that
Mm.
bitch. You see what I'm saying? Bitch, I'm gonna show you. Cause she probably was saying some disrespectful shit. But that don't give you the excuse to end that woman's life.
See, because that's what it sounds like to me, Paul. I mean, in a sense too. Now, she already got to pick you up from work and shit.
This
So
nigga's stupid.
I'm sorry, you know
It's
what I'm saying?
just how we know
But
that nigga was even working. Gotta pick this nigga up from by his partner house. They were just
wherever
finna
he was
do
getting
too
picked up
quick.
from, you know what I'm saying? And the only reason I'm saying that is because, don't get me wrong, I was in a current in a situation like that or whatever where I needed, my girl called and shit. But I
Mm-mm-mm.
ain't, I was damn near changing the fucking hubcaps, whatever the fuck. That bitch ain't Urka jerk, you hear man. At all.
You
But
should-
at the end of the
you
day,
gonna I'm telling you about to segue me right to my segment, dirty motherfucker.
but I'm just saying, like, man, bruh. I know how they feel as a man to
Yeah,
know,
bro,
man,
she
yeah,
crazy, bro.
bro. My girl got the call and I gotta wait on my girl with the call like that. That drives your mental a little bit, a lot,
But
for
you put
certain
yourself
people.
in that shit, though. You
You gotta be
supposed to
mentally
segue
able
that
to
shit and
deal with
get the fuck up out of that shit, chop. You ain't supposed to stay there cause she letting you get you know what I'm saying, get over on that shit a little bit. Like
Right.
you supposed to take that little leap that she giving you off that little bounce, man. You gotta take that little bounce and leap up off that motherfucker and keep it pushing, dog. You
Can't go
can't
around killing people like
And
that.
man, dog, you
you
know what
can't
it
sit there
was. The
like you
girl
in a
was
like that's
son.
your
The
mama,
girl was
man. You
pregnant.
can't. And I think that's
So
another thing too. And I want to talk about that with this with the mama issues with a lot of our men too. Men don't we don't talk about that, child, bro. A lot of our men got mama issues, though.
true.
A lot of our men got mama issues, nigga. Good or bad, nigga.
Right.
I don't know how everybody look at shit in their household, but I'm just saying. One is somebody issue is, better or worse than another man issue. But if it's dealing with your mama, yeah, it's a lot of shit that we don't talk about with that shit.
Well,
A lot
nobody
of
looking
shit that
at
we
the
don't
man.
talk
There's
about.
a
I
lot of
think
single
that
mothers out there.
no,
Praise
I
the
think
Lord.
that
Some of them treat their girlfriends like their mamas. Huh? That girl ain't supposed to be taking care of that nigga, man. Y'all know that. Come on now. Ain't no
exactly
one killing them.
that's part of the single mama complex.
Right.
You want her to be your mama. Instead of you being a man, you got to be. You see what I'm saying? Like, no, she can't be your mama, though. Or at least if she gonna be your
Mm-hmm.
mama, you at least gotta pay half the bills or something.
It go both ways with him, dog. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? I'm looking at his situation, but you gotta remember, look how
That's a
far
long
he
street
went.
road to
Look
look
how far
down
he
too.
went with the situation.
Man, that girl told him she was pregnant and she
Look
ain't
how
know who the
far this
baby
nigga
was.
went. This nigga crazy, man.
I ain't saying, I'm saying like that's the only thing to me personally as a person I could think could rule me to spaz out that high. You would have to literally tell me you pregnant for somebody else and I'm in love
Why
with
you
you.
talking about why y'all in a relationship?
Yeah, like just, not saying I'm gonna do that. People just saying that.
That what it sounded like. Sounded like, yeah, that's the only way that'll make me kill a bitch. If she tell me she pregnant by somebody else, and she gotta go, y'all. I'm sorry. We
I'm
about
talking
to
about
have we
Looney
about to have a
Tunes
human
and Volt
abortion.
drop on the nigga head, nigga. I ain't talking about no
We about to have a grown abortion, bitch.
that dude's stupid.
But
Exactly.
why
That's
not
what
just leave though? I mean,
the fuck.
it,
I'm
But I,
it,
about
it
to
I
was
think
go.
a
That's
that's
what
what
I'm
I'm
about to
saying.
do, nigga. I'm about to pack my bags and get the fuck. That's what's about to happen. Ain't nobody about
Bro,
to
that shit
fucking
said, bro, that shit hit different, bro. When you love a motherfucker, boy, when you like a motherfucker that much, boy, that shit hit your soul, boy.
yeah, you're right. And there's a lot of people that can't control their emotions. I
Yeah,
tell
bro,
that's
people,
and
nigga,
they
that's
just
what it
and they
leave
just
that
sit
boils
there
motherfucker
and
down
take
to.
all
Like,
their
angry.
care money shit.
how
Man, I
how
used to
do
be
you not
extra
know how to
angry. I ain't
control your
making that shit
emotions?
sound
Like, how
easy
you
at
just let
all.
your emotions rule you like that? You know, you supposed to be thinking logically at this point. Like, man, this motherfucker just told me she pregnant with somebody else, baby. We've been dating 6 months. She 2 months pregnant. You know, start putting your timeline together and be like, all right, cat, look, this is what I'm gonna do, babes. You go ahead, do your thing. You pregnant for somebody
You
else. You
got
go
you
ahead
got
and
the
have your
gun on
baby.
you though. You ain't gonna do nothing when you got the gun on you.
God forgive
Yeah,
me.
but that's what I'm saying. At that point, you should be thinking logically. You letting the emotion run you right now. At that point, bro,
Right.
like for real. That's the emotional situation. But damn, you let your emotions take that much control over you to where you felt like you was that mad that she told you she was pregnant for somebody else, and you felt like just fuck her, kill her, and kill her alive, baby. You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense.
That nigga ain't even give a fuck if he killed the baby. That's what's fucking me up.
But see, that's what make me think
He
that.
just threw
But see,
the
that's what
nigga
make
over
me
the
think
bridge,
that
though,
he
and
was
just kept it pushing. Like,
uh
man, what the fuck is wrong with you?
that's what make me think that she was pregnant for the baby daddy because it's like that baby ain't have nothing to do with it.
Oh,
Like
so you figure
he can't
to
be no
her,
eye
No, but
where's the
look,
witness.
baby
but you
daddy
got to
who
think
got
about
her
this, Chop.
pregnant?
Didn't he just shoot?
Kill
Didn't
her
he just
unborn
shoot
baby,
his?
and
Didn't
kill
he
the
just
one
shoot?
that's born.
Didn't he just kill a mom in front of the boy in the car? Huh?
Yeah, but he can't be a witness because he
Hey,
can't
too, he
talk.
don't, he
But
don't.
he grew. But you don't think he gonna grow up and remember that?
Facts though, facts. See, you right, you
And his
right,
goof
you
ass, he
right,
not thinking about none of that. He just
you
his
right,
goof ass just looking at it like it's a witness too.
you right.
The boy ain't saying nothing. The boy scared as a motherfucker. He let the dude pick him up and everything and put him over the bridge. Y'all think about it.
Damn. Closing remarks on this topic. We've been on it 30 minutes.
My closing remarks is this: you got to be a special kind of stupid to kill a woman. And this goes for all those people that have come before this set of people right here. You got to be a certain kind of stupid to not just realize that, okay, I can't handle this baby no more. I can't handle this relationship no more. I can't handle this. I can't handle that. I gotta go. Let me do this. Let me just go pack my bags and move away from this man or this woman. Or I can't deal with this baby no more. Ma, look, you're gonna have to raise the baby because I can't do it. You see what I'm saying? I know people that done did that before, you know what I'm saying? But to lay up there and kill the individual woman and child and all that, that shit is unheard of and it's unnecessary. So I feel like like you say, there's a special place in hell for that person. I feel like there should be a special place and pleasure for you, where you relive that same type of pain and anguish over and over again on a daily basis, 23 hours a day. That's my piece.
Go ahead, Silent. What you got?
Um, I mean, yeah, I could just if I could just piggyback off, a couple of things. Pete, that said, bro. Basically, because it's a cold place in hell for 'em. That's just to just to go back to what I actually said. It's a cold place in hell for 'em, bro, and that's kind of confusing for a lot of people. I get it, but just let that shit marinate in your brain for a minute, y'all. But because, like he said, man, for you to even think about that on that type of capacity, bro, it's like you had no responsibility for nothing you wanted to do anyway. You just did it. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it looked like. Yeah, what it is. You did it. And so when you just do shit, they got places for you, though. When you just do it. And you can wear Nikes in those places if you want to, you know, since you won't just do shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Kobe got
man.
the Nikes on.
Yeah, bro. You can't you can't help that, bro. Like I don't think there is a serious mental problem with him. I think he just didn't get his shit together, and I think he just blacked it off. A lot of a lot of people that's not our color, not to jump off into some other shit, but a lot of people that's not our color, finagle that shit in different ways. But I think when we do it, it's so out of pocket because that's
We
not really
supposed to
our
know that.
character. It's not really us like that. We're not really known for being fucking
Baby
psycho
killer.
serial killers and shit. So
Right.
just seeing this nigga blast off like this and just to hear how close to home is hitting, it's fucking scary, bro. And it's showing us that that this shit can actually be, taught and bred into, a society. So just be careful, man. Be vigilant people of y'all kids, man, and just watch what's going on around you. Yeah.
I just feel that for people, I feel like if he was one with himself, he probably wouldn't have took that situation that far. So back to the having mental illness things, like his mind probably was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like it definitely had to be fucked up in my opinion for you to do something like that. But accountability is a motherfucker, dog. And when your life, you look back, right after high school and shit, you be like, I made all them fucking mistakes.
Yeah, but some of those mistakes was like the mistake you made, bro. That you can't even call that a mistake. You know,
And
I
that's
didn't
true.
know
And that's
you.
true. But everybody don't look
That's what he
at it
said.
like that.
I learned this and I learned that. No, they
You
can't
see what
say I
I'm
don't want none
saying?
of them sad old songs. I get
Man,
you.
people really sit up there and harbor, like hoarders, you know what I'm saying? Harbor that shit. Shit been to happen 30 years ago.
Emotional hoarders.
And they still be holding on to that shit.
Emotional hoarders.
Like, and
Yeah.
fuck your mental up. You can't have no future if you can't get rid of your past, dog. Or accept your past. Fuck, it just is what it is. Words of encouragement for somebody sick, you know what I'm saying? If you need help, fuck, I don't know the hotline number, but bitch, call 911. Fuck. Shit.
No, man, you don't call.
but the
People
thing
don't
is,
listen
like,
to
I
everything else but
mean,
that last
let's
sentence.
look at it
Everybody
like this.
listen to
Look
everything
how
else.
fast that
Man.
situation took place, though. So, if he had been having fucked up issues, when did she notice him?
See,
You see
that's
what I'm saying?
another thing
Everybody
too for
noticed
people that
somebody
All
be see
right, all
people
into
right.
people make
That's
a
excuses
realm
for
of
people that
observation
they
because
know have
mm,
issues. But the thing is, if somebody trying to change, then you can make excuses for them. You know what I'm saying? Because at least they trying to change or whatever. But if you see they not trying to change, they're not making no efforts towards
no progress.
none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man, you got to give a person a chance. Like I told one of my partners this recently or whatever. Like, you can't
I get
expect
that you got to give
somebody
a
to be
person a
perfect
chance, but
though.
damn, how many chances did that person get?
Yeah,
You
but
see
you
what
can't
I'm saying?
expect nobody. All I'm saying is you can't expect nobody to be perfect. Now you do have a shit level, you know what I'm saying, and everybody's shit meter is higher or lower than than the next person or whatever. And it's things that you gonna tolerate and not tolerate or whatever. But if you let some relationships could be that barren on a person to make them kill themselves rather than killing uh the
that's
person
facts.
or the children or something
You know
like
what they
that or
call
whatever.
that? Graveyard love. Go ahead.
You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Sometimes it might be the children that gotta die and not the parents or whatever. Like it just is what it is. Like you just don't know in those situations. But what I'm saying is,
Don't love me that fucking much. That's all I'm saying, sir.
oh
Don't love me that
man, if you
fucking much.
think I'm gonna hurt
Hate
you,
me a little bit,
please,
nigga. Fuck. Rip
please
me or
get me
something.
from around you. I don't want you to feel
You
like
heard me, P. Dot? Get me right,
you
though.
can't
Don't
trust me.
don't
You
sit
know what I'm
around me, nigga.
saying?
Call me ugly or something, bitch. You don't love me that
That-
fucking much. You fucking tripping.
That's but that's what I'm saying. Like, because when we look back, all those
Man, fuck
different
that
times
Romeo and
we heard
Juliet
the
ass shit,
stories of
man. That
people
nigga
in
that
domestic
tripping, man.
violent situations,
Look at that with my
and what's
fucking
the one
daughter.
thing they say? If it happened once, it'll happen again. And it's gonna keep happening until that
But
person
see,
kills. So
Bitch, I'd
I
have cut
mean,
that
you
nigga.
speak
I'd
up.
have cut that nigga ears off.
Oh, all right.
what was it actually possible that she had already seen the bad side of this person and just, oh well, he gonna change. He said he not gonna do it no more. The same old line that
Mhm.
everybody who's been involved in a domestic
And
violence
she, and
situation,
if
like,
she wasn't even supposed to be worrying about that. She only thing she was supposed to be worrying about changing is them fucking diapers on that little boy. If she was, bruh. Because that possibly could have got her killed. You see what I'm saying?
mhm.
The justification of this nigga mental, or are we questioning his mental, or is it that he know what he was doing and he need to be dealt with? That's
He
what
knew
I'm
what he
trying to
was
say.
I
doing,
think
and
he
he
needs
needs
to
to be
just be
dealt
dealt
with.
with.
Straight up, I think
I
he
think
knew
deep
what he
down
was
inside he
doing.
knew what he
He
was
needed
doing.
to be dealt with. The nigga made sure he took the plate off the car and
That's what
everything.
it sound.
Exactly.
Thank
So he needs to
you,
be
brother.
dealt with.
That's what
So
it sound like to me, though. It sound like
He knew what he was
you know
doing.
what I'm saying. You know what to do too much, not to see that you was out your mind, bro. I don't give a fuck what space you was in. You played it like a little boy, bruh. You spilled milk, and what he did, chap? He spilled milk, and he
and
tried
he
to
killed
clean it up.
behind it.
Come on, man.
That's why I really
He
say
played it like a little boy. Think about it. He ain't,
you,
come on, man. He ain't do nothing. Come on, man. He ain't do nothing crazy. He
because
did what a little boy would have
everything he
did.
did was thought out. You had time, but like they say,
Left
when you
shit
have the
everywhere,
time,
man.
you
All
have
the
the
napkins
time to
wet
think.
as a motherfucker.
You got time to think before pulling that trigger. And it take nothing but a half a second to say, I shouldn't do this.
Come on, man. It ain't even much your call, P. Dot. What are you talking about? It ain't even much your call, dog.
Everything was thought out. You had time to
It ain't
recalculate
even much your call,
a
man.
lot of different
But
routes.
look,
You need to be
after
calculating.
you kill me though, after you kill me, you put me in the passenger seat. So now you the big dog.
But still
You ever
don't make
thought about
sense.
it like that? You see how sick that is, bro?
That's some sick shit, bro. It's sick, but it ain't sick enough to get
It
you
sound like that nigga was jealous too then, huh? It sound like that nigga was a little jealous too then. He was a little jealous too.
it's a whole bunch went into that, bro. There's a whole bunch of stuff went into that.
Cause you ain't just kill her and just walk off and just, go where you could have went.
Then
You
look, if
drove
we gonna do that, if we
you
gonna look at
drove
it
the
on one
car
side, let's
with
look
the
at it
little
on the side
boy.
of this
You
too.
just shot it.
She was jealous of the baby. The baby get more attention than me.
That nigga's a bitch, man. And he need to be held up under the motherfucking jail. I don't know what they gonna do with him though, but I hope this ain't his first offense, y'all. Cause I'm gonna be mad as a motherfucker.
It don't matter if it's his first offense or not. This is the rap on it. If don't nothing sink
I hate
him,
our judicial system, chap. You know this, though. You know I hate our judicial system.
if they don't sink him, son, you know who gonna sink him? You know who gonna sink him? That
Yeah.
shit he did with
Yeah.
that baby, nigga. That's what's gonna sink him, son.
The whole situation, he already sunk, bro. You shot her.
Ooh, son.
You shot her. Pulled over to the side of the road. Put her in the passenger seat. Drove down somewhere else. Put her in a plastic bag.
Yeah.
Drove
Threw
to
in the
the
ditch.
bridge. Threw the baby off the bridge. And
Threw her in the ditch, yeah.
off the car. You are sunk all the way around. There is no plea bargain for you to get, no manslaughter charges, none of that.
Yeah,
You
that's a
going to
lot of thought
jail.
behind that, people. So just pay attention to motherfuckers when they're around y'all. See when motherfuckers really be on some weirdo shit. You gotta really pay attention to people.
Because they're going to always give you that telltale
Sometimes you gotta test motherfuckers too, y'all. I hate to say it like that. Sometimes you gotta test people just to see. It's sad, but it's so weird out here, y'all. People are socially fucked up, y'all. People are sociopaths. Y'all go look. Our listeners, y'all go look that up, listeners, and put that shit in the comments if y'all caught that. These motherfuckers is something wrong with them, y'all. They don't know how to interact with a motherfucker and really have a conversation and shit. Or really be relevant around people. You know what that means? Chop know what I'm talking about.
I know
Like
exactly.
be relevant, like nobody don't have to tell you nothing, none of that. Like, but you still just with around and with people. Like you're not standoffish. You're not sitting in the back, just sitting there looking crazy, waiting on somebody to talk to you. And just certain little things. People, just pay attention. Okay, And if you that person I'm talking about, bro, just relax, bro. Chill out, bro. Everybody not out to get you, bro. Things ain't always what it seems. Sometimes you gotta introduce yourself. Bring yourself up out the bullshit, bro. You know? And if you got something on your mind, I don't think you need to be around people like that until you get that shit settled, round. Okay? If you listening, bro. If I hope I catch somebody else. So I'm just letting God run through me, y'all, right now. So you gotta excuse me. He told me to talk to this young man, y'all. He told me to talk to him, y'all. Shit. Come on, bro.
This shit is serious, bro.
Yeah, man. We gotta
got to.
nip this shit in the bud, y'all. We too old for that shit. And I'm talking about not as you is your age. I'm talking about even if you're a young boy and you melanated, our race is too old for this shit. That's what I mean. So when I say we too old for this shit, at the only time you're gonna really hear me say we like that, because I take responsibility for me and mine. Okay? I ain't got control of nobody else shit. And my brothers agree with me with this shit. We monarchs. So please, people, pay attention to this shit. Go ahead, child. We can jump it. Let's jump into the next one, bro.
I ain't even fucking with the next one. Fuck that, because we running it.
Yeah, so I mean,
the next one really was this daylight saving time shit, which I felt like wasn't gonna be like a good rebuttal after that.
No, really, we can no, because I want to talk about
We
that.
been talking about making daylight saving time a permanent thing. How the fuck you gonna take and make nature something nature made, something God
These
created?
dudes trying to be at it with you. Really, I really want to talk about this.
Paul,
So
I
I
know
want to
you
introduce it
you ain't just see that shit.
and look something.
I know the fuck you didn't expect me not to say it.
Wait, hold on, P-Dot. Let me pull this
If you
clip
can look
up.
an article up or something, give some
See,
people
now
some
you
visuals
didn't
if you
know.
want
Now
that,
you
bro.
didn't. Now
You
you
can do
didn't
your
mean
shit,
you
bro.
won't talk about this
We
shit,
can talk
P-Dot.
about it because I
'Cause we
want to
done
know too.
seen that shit
I'm
out your mouth.
curious.
First of all, let's find out. Let me you go see what you got to see, P-Dot, because I'm about to look this shit up.
Now,
Oh,
I
you
want
didn't know that the senators was, or I think it was either the congressmen or the senators was talking about
yeah, they
trying to
got
make
together.
daylight saving times a permanent thing.
Yeah, they got together and
Yeah,
said,
we
"Fuck it,
knew that, Paul. We
we're not
knew
gonna
that.
keep making y'all put y'all
Oh,
clocks
okay.
there because it makes people look." They saying that's what's depressing people, y'all, because the clock's getting turned back because people gotta go in because it get darker earlier. That is what's depressing people, y'all. That's what they say. That's why they doing it. You ain't got to go to motherfucker inside just because it get dark early. The motherfucker said the winter time when y'all change the clock. But first of all, y'all the motherfuckers who made the shit up anyway to start the shit off to begin with.
Mm.
I mean, now you saying, oh, it's depressing people. That's your excuse now? Oh, it's depressing people and people are more jipper.
First of all,
When the sun can stay out longer.
the reason they started this shit was because fucking idiots. Because during the hotter, warmer months, think about it, it changed right in the beginning of spring. What spring? Spring is when you're supposed to
Start anew.
start doing what?
Start anew. Yeah.
Huh?
That's actually what some
Oh, I was
No, I'm
listening to
talking to
what y'all
P
was
Dot
saying.
because he lost. He don't know. What's P Dot? What you
You're
start doing
supposed
in
to
the spring?
spring forward.
No, listen, no, stop. Listen, stop being
Hey.
just
he said, hold on, Pete. That you
P
going
Dot.
off.
What do you do in the spring? You plant your seeds.
Okay.
Yeah,
Don't you?
yeah, that's true too. Yeah, it's the spring does is it's the
All right.
Reconstruction time. It's the regrowth of everything.
You
Yeah,
could get more work
that's the
done
time of
now. It's
time to
not. It's not.
blossom. Right.
It's
Yeah,
not
you go
cold.
through.
Basically, when it's cold, you don't need all that daylight. It's cold outside. You're not going to work, right? You ain't
Mm-hmm.
tending the fields when it's cold, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
All
Nah,
right.
yeah. You got to get all that together before.
Everything dying down anyway. It's too
All
cold for
right, all
anything to
right.
grow.
So
So,
nonsense. So you don't need all that daylight then, right? So now you could go inside earlier, right? You could take
yes.
whatever daylight you're gonna get. You're gonna go inside early because it's gonna get too cold at night for you to mess with it. Because the basically God
Hmm.
ain't make no daylight saving time. You seen that shit in the
No,
Bible
he didn't,
somewhere?
sir. He definitely, he
They
definitely.
did that
Uh
so workers can have more time to work with the daylight during the warmer months.
oh, message.
Okay. Let
I'm
me
I'm
following.
with you,
wait
man.
time out. I'm about
I'm
to give you a
following.
little. I'm about to give you a little, because I can't just say shit
I'm with you,
out my
player.
mouth
Because I'm
without a
trying to
little.
figure out how you go, how y'all just changing, how y'all just changing hours when y'all want to, like y'all God. But what about leap year then? Ain't I'm stupid, y'all. Y'all gonna catch that later.
Where we at? Where we at? Oh, okay.
What
Here we
about
go. Right
leap
here,
year?
Paul. See, we got right here. See, in the about it says it right here. Daylight savings time, also known as daylight savings time or daylight time in summertime, is the practice of advancing clocks during warmer months so that darkness falls at later clock time. Why would you do that? Huh, 360? Your audio messed
Mhm.
up?
And they just said in
That's
1970, 73, they got to do that shit year round. It was just at a period at one time, but it said year round, right? That shit crazy. Come on. In order to conserve energy. So we doing that good, y'all? We don't need to conserve energy no more?
That's what I'm saying. So
We doing that good, huh?
we already, they say the Russians got all our fuel too, so I
Man,
don't
y'all
know.
radiating the fuck out of nigga, man. Y'all microwaving the fuck out of me, man. Fuck out my feet, man.
See, and
China.
it's not, to be honest, it's not even a old, and this, see, Paul, this, here we go, because you said it came from God, right? What this say right here, Paul? What that say?
They just say it's been observed for 113 years.
Okay. How old you got to be born? I mean, to be 113. I mean, what year you got to be born in?
Well,
Damn, I need a calculator for that one, though.
right. Fuck. I know New Orleans just celebrated its 300th anniversary in 2018. Fuck.
This
You know
nigga
what I'm
went
saying?
way
So
back. That boy said 300. He just said one, P. Dot. He just said
you
one
see
of
what I'm
them, though.
saying? You just said 300. That's 300
He
years
just said
to this
But
one.
they
100
say
year
this
old.
shit
Just one, though.
it's
Don't go
been
that
being
far.
observed for 113 years. But if you go back to the New Zealand one, when they're talking about it, they say they started looking at this at 1895.
All right, but that's New Zealand. We ain't in New Zealand. That mean in the same lane
And
we
when they
in
started
right
doing it
now,
in the United States.
200 years ago or 300 years ago, it wasn't no daylight savings time. Everything was perfectly fine. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And then they wind up changing, like, oh yeah, let us fuck with that. Like, for what? What is the purpose? Why do you
So
need? You still got to go to work when it's cold in the dark, right?
yeah, so
Well,
the
right.
so my thing, so now that we've covered that section, what is their logical standpoint as to why they want to do it now? Why did you even bother doing it in the first fucking place?
They telling you right here they got several
How
different
many years it was? It was 100 and what?
113. What year that was?
1909.
Ooh, look at that shit though.
Perfect. 18th century, nigga.
So they started basically they pushed that in on the Indians of America too.
They sure the fuck did. I don't know how you know. They
Because
sure
you
the fuck
needed
did.
somebody to be
They
building,
they
right?
been pushed it. The people was already going by, as you could see. Remember, we go by what they call it, what kind of calendar, y'all? Damn, I won't say it wrong.
The Aztec calendar?
No, what calendar we go by to today?
Oh,
Galagoric calendar,
Man,
the calendar of today. I'm trying. I don't want to say the wrong name. That's why I'm saying that. But yeah, I mean, I don't want just jump off into something else. But basically,
I'm not thinking
it's
about the Roman calendar, huh?
it's been changed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is.
Yeah, because I thought I heard that shit mentioned once before that we use the Roman calendar.
It's a
So
name
is that
for it, though, right?
the only other thing I know that they be
It's a
using
certain.
like with this is like the farmer's almanac and all that shit.
man, they not giving me this shit I'm looking for. This calendar.
Yeah, this calendar.
Damn, you see all these
This
different
calendar is
calendars
not the
they
same
got?
calendar. He right. Just going off of what
Man, look at this shit,
Chop was
son.
saying. It's not. Ancestors didn't go
Lord.
off this time of day. Even with the springtime. The springtime was the beginning for us. Not the winter.
Yeah, man.
January wasn't the beginning. The beginning was the springtime.
Yeah, it was March, I think, which makes more sense.
Because that's your
Yeah.
beginning of spring.
March, April, yeah.
Exact. That's the beginning of life.
All right. There he is.
Come on, man.
Womp.
That's the beginning of life, March. The circle of life starts in March. You put the seeds in March, February, January, whatever. Well, I ain't gonna say January, February, March, because it's still gonna be cold in January and February. So anything you put in the ground ain't gonna grow anyway.
Exactly. Because everything's supposed to be finished with the harvest is the start of fall.
Then that's when you gonna get your fruit, and you could go inside and do what?
Rest for the winter.
All right.
Store up all your goods.
That's the
My bad, fellas. I found it. It's Gregorian calendar, y'all.
All right.
It's the Gregorian calendar. This is the calendar we follow, people.
Okay. Well, it wasn't up on the screen. I thought it was.
It was introduced. You ready?
I saw that.
I'm gonna give him a little slap. I'm gonna slap him on the back of their fucking neck right quick, chap. Look. It was introduced October 1582. 1582. Now look how long. Now people who listening, do your math of 1582, 1909.
2022.
Daylight saving time, right? Okay. Know what I'm saying? I'm still on that same timeline, but when daylight saving time started, 1909. They put it.
If 1909, they ain't have no more Jesus sightings, huh, Paul?
Wait, say that again?
They wasn't seeing Jesus in 1909, huh?
I hope not.
Yeah, they was saying all type. See this who introduced it, y'all, in 1582 by Pope George the 13th.
Damn. So it came from the
A
Roman
pope, yo.
Catholic
It came from
The
succubus.
the
Roman
papal
Catholic.
bull. It came from the Roman Catholic Church that yeah. It wasn't even here, fellas.
That wasn't
It-
even indigenous to the Indians or nothing.
They were we go by the time frame of when they came here. That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense because that's just like the for people that don't get it.
It's a modification of the Julian calendar,
Same
reducing the
thing that
average
happened.
year. Look, it reduced the years, y'all. So this calendar reduced years. Look, by us going with this 365. Julian calendar reducing the average year from 365.25 days to 365.2425 days.
So they add 2 days a year.
Whatever the fuck does that mean? These motherfuckers count hours and everything, y'all. Did you hear this shit?
So in all
Point
in all
25 days. That's not even much a whole day. You see what I'm saying? That's a quarter of a day.
or half a day, every 6 hours. Or no, 12 hours. I'm sorry, 12 hours.
365 is point 25 is the number.
So 0.25
That's
days.
that's a year and a quarter, Nick. In days. That's a full year
They trying to
and a
pick
half of New Year. I'm gonna say in a quarter of New Year's.
if we get off the original timeline, it's easy for them to, what's
They
going
reduced that bitch. Look, they reduced that. They took like a couple of minutes off of that quarter of a day, y'all. Basically, that's what they saying. So they say. But once they say reduce, job, you already know. I do keywords, nigga. I don't be playing with you people.
Yeah,
This is the calendar, y'all. The Gregorian calendar. So if anybody want to know, this was the Gregorian. And the Gregorian calendar, through the Gregorian calendar, they added daylight savings time, like I was saying. Hey man, if we don't say nothing, huh, they could make the clock say anything, huh?
Hey,
it could be Bugs Bunny
They
time.
tell us it's a different time over there in another country, but how we know, huh?
you don't know how to read them maps.
You don't know
This is wild ass shit.
the specific timeline for when when never gonna happen. And all the timelines fucked up because they didn't change the calendars up.
Yeah, bro, you gotta ask questions, bro. And I'm glad you said that the Mayan calendar. What you believe about the Mayan calendar, Peter?
Oh, I was thinking about the Aztec calendar. Because their calendar was supposed to be the calendar to predict the ending of the world.
That's the same people, brother.
I think it is the Mayan calendar, but go ahead. I know what you're talking about.
I thought the Mayans and the Aztec was two different sets of people, bro.
There is, but I think it's the Mayan calendar that you're talking about, what you're referencing.
Is it? You might be right, bro.
I don't know. I think it's the one you're talking
I
about.
can't even argue with it because I always thought it was the Aztec. But it might. I think it is the Mayan calendar because the Mayan calendar was said to have predicted the end of the world, but it couldn't. The saying always was. Hold on, wait. The saying always was that the Mayan calendar was supposed to predict the ending of the world, but how could they not predict their own demise? I think that's what it was.
That is not accurate. That's
It
just
was built like a circle.
white
It was
cockiness.
like a circular calendar.
I
It was
think,
like a circular. It was like a circular calendar.
yeah.
with the hieroglyphs on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the one you talking about.
But that's what I'm saying. I hear people saying that, people reference it in jokes or whatever like that. But where are they? And if your calendar was
all right.
predicting the end of the world, where
So
did the Mayans go?
so is the Mayans and the
Yeah,
Aztecs
that's a
two
good question.
different people?
That's two different tribes, right?
Oh, so where the Aztecs be at? Like where they
They were supposed to be inhabitants in the Amazon rainforest.
the
I
who
know one.
the Aztecs?
I know one was supposed to be an inhabitant of the rainforest. That is as far as I
The
could
Mayans
gather.
be the Mexico people, huh?
I would believe so.
Okay.
Hold on. Matter of fact, if I jump off the app, it's not gonna let me do it, huh?
Because the people won't know the facts too now. They don't want just
Right, that's what I'm saying. I was gonna try to look it up right quick. See if you can pull it up on the computer for me. Look, let's get this shit straight.
hold on, let me see if I can find something.
Oh wait, hold up, I'm tripping. Where is it?
Yeah.
Everybody good? Somebody asked me something or something.
Okay, I got the Mayans here.
Chap, you looking up something, all right?
Yeah, Mexico, Belize, Guantanamo,
They different.
and the Aztecs.
The Aztecs and the Mayans. Yeah, they
Oh no, the Aztecs was in Mexico too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so the Mayans and the Aztecs were both in Mexico.
Definitely, yeah. South America. All that South America, really, because there wasn't no such thing as no Mexico back then. That was just all land. It was just a
14,
slab. Bah!
15, 20.
The so-called Olmecans, you know what I'm saying? Because other people like bad motherfuckers had nations out that bitch, dog.
So the Mayans basically was the first civilization, and then the Aztecs wound up. Okay.
All right, so the Mayan let me look up see. Okay, I'm gonna hit Wikipedia and look on the Mayan calendar.
Right,
Let's see what
because
we're
that's
talking
why they
about with
talk
that.
about the calendar, because that calendar was used down in history to the people of that area. It didn't matter. That's like gang banging came from the Crips, but the Bloods wound up doing it too, You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, cities died. Let's see if I can find anything on the Mayan calendar.
Let me see. I think I got that.
Man, I'm telling you, bro, that shit go deep. That should go deep, fellas.
All right, I say the Mayan calendar is a system of
Oh,
calendars
yeah.
used in pre-Columbian Mesoamerica and in
There
many
you go.
modern communities
Miso.
of the Guatemalan islands,
Miso.
Veracruz, Oaxaca, and Chiapas, Mexico. So they actually still use that calendar. It's basically what they're saying. Sound like the
Yeah,
essentials of the Mayan
some
calendar
people
are based
still.
on a system which had been in common use throughout the region, dating back to at least the 5th century BC. It shares many aspects with calendars employed by earlier Mesoamerican civilizations such as the Zapotec and the Olmec, and contemporary or later ones such as the Mixtecs and the Aztec calendar. So the Aztec calendar actually came behind the Mayan calendar.
I just said they was the Maya is the first civilization. Then after them came the Aztecs.
Right. But the
The
generalization of
Mayan
actually
philosophy
following the calendar came from the Maya,
and colonial Yucatec
because they were
accounts
from,
reconstructed from
but
late classic.
they were, their archives were, put it like this, their archives was found to be older or elder than the Aztecs finding of known calendars.
Okay. The Mayan calendar consists of several cycles or
Shit,
counts
them motherfuckers be
of
on some
different
bullshit
lengths.
too. So,
A 260-day count is known to the scholars as the
All right, we do
Zolkin.
PD,
So they had a shorter calendar.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
All right, look, I got a question for you. Do you still think God created daylight savings time?
Nah.
All right, then my brother.
I definitely, I'm totally against it. My question is, I want to know how the government has power to change the day of time, like they God. What y'all think about that?
See, that's
Well,
what I'm saying because I worked overnight before, and what you realize by working overnight is you be at work like everybody be like, oh, we just set your clock back an hour. Then when you wake up, you still be fucked up because you only thinking that the shit is an hour, but you have to set your shit back 2 hours because
Mm.
it's gonna be all right. Basically, it's gonna turn like this year for daylight savings time. It was 1 o'clock, and then when 1 o'clock became 2 o'clock, it went all the way to 3 o'clock. So it went from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. At the end of 1 o'clock, like at fucking in between.
I thought I was tripping because I had to push it back myself, and then the other day it was it went back another one. You're right. I don't. Yeah, that shit was weird to me too, man. I know what you talk. I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, it fucked me up
That
at
shit was
work.
weird.
I just got to work. Then it just like so I asked my coworker, I was like, so do that mean we lose an hour of work? Like, do we lose 2 hours? Because our
Now you supposed to look. You supposed to just go about your regular day. You're not even supposed to notice that. Yeah, you know that. You know that, right?
huh?
You're not even supposed to notice that.
Nah, I did.
You
Like
know that, right? I'm just saying. But you know,
the
you ain't even supposed to notice that, bro.
like
These people is playing all type of games, bro. Why even make look, bro? If you already playing with the time, right? Why even come out and make that a statement for Congress, like y'all being forward in front with people?
and they know they not, son. It's just like you know why you doing it. Watch how much construction. Man,
Oh man,
think about it.
construction.
Construction workers
Yeah,
not working in the cold.
you right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Well, they definitely about to get it in.
them boys about to be working
I want to know what y'all already been doing then,
day and night.
since you didn't put it forward through since y'all done came to the floor with it in Congress. What have y'all done already been doing? Is the HARP project still up and running?
Mm,
Oh, what I want to know, chap.
I think it damn sure is because
It's no way the weather keep changing like that.
It baffles me, bro. You see what I'm saying? It really raises questions because of the stuff that they already put out there. This not nothing I just made up. Like you could go look, y'all could go look this up anywhere. Fox News, CNN, and anything, and look up any
Never used,
news reports about the HARP program, and they'll tell you exactly what that is.
it never used to be that hot after I mean in the beginning of like Mardi Gras. I mean not Mardi. Yeah, Mardi Gras. All that shit used to be hot days, nigga. Like
Yeah, bro.
it used to be burning up hot for them fucking days.
I was telling them it seemed like winter pushing further and further back.
Yeah, like for Katrina is when I first noticed because normally in November you could start wearing a jacket to school. I used to have to notice people that don't understand. I used to have to catch the bus to school sometimes, not the yellow bus, the city bus. So when you on that bus, fuck, you can't be cold. So if you ride, you got to ride all. I got to ride all the way from uptown, all the way downtown. I'm coming all the way from the 17th, going all the way down to the 9th. Like, yeah,
Right.
that's a little distance, but you gotta know the weather because you don't want to be caught with too many clothes. Carrying that shit back home after school is too much. Like all that. You don't want to leave your shit at school because somebody might take your shit. All that. So I know about the damn weather. It's what I'm basically saying. Or what I'm,
No, I know you. I noticed the changes too, dog. Just me growing up in the '80s, and I'm pretty sure I could go back a little further. You know what I'm saying? Because
I
he
definitely
grew up
could.
in the '70s, so I know he could probably tell you the
Nigga,
exact kind of the
it
same thing
used
you
to be
saying,
to the
but
point where
on a deeper scale,
when
man.
they announced the
We
end of
we noticed it.
spring, it be
Say it
cold.
again.
Like when they say the this the last official day of spring, but then the next couple of days it be getting cold in the motherfucker. You be grabbing for that little windbreaker. Then when September, October hit, it's cold outside. There ain't no still walking around in no motherfucking shorts. Well, you can still be walking around in shorts and shit now. I know fucking well right something wrong.
New Orleans ain't used to get that cold to where you even needed a big jacket.
No, I can't say that though, brother. What I'm saying I can go back in my time where you had to have a thick coat to walk around down this motherfucker. I ain't saying you had to have it on all day, but especially in that morning and that evening, you better have a jacket with you. You're gonna be one cold motherfucker walking the streets. Nah,
Man,
during the daytime, after 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, when that sun get up high and it warm up everything, yeah. You take it all, go outside, play, do whatever like that. But come 2, 3 o'clock and that sun starts setting, you better have a jacket with you. You're gonna get
Yeah,
cold.
you right. Because I just remember it being at the time it's supposed to be cold. That's what I'm saying. Like
Right.
when it was cold when it was supposed to be cold. it
Yeah,
it was fall when it was supposed to be fall, nigga. Like
you don't even see the leaves
you
fall
don't
off.
know, bruh. I think somebody shot that fucking beaver, bruh, because it been cold in March.
mhm,
Somebody
mhm.
shot those little fucking groundhogs, huh, bro?
Somebody shot his ass. I'm telling you, bruh. Cause it just that's all I'm saying. It takes too long for winter to get here, and then when they finally get here, it's like damn, it's a little spurt, and then it busts out, and then it's hot for a little minute, then it get back cold one day, then bruh,
But that
it's
kind
El
of makes you.
Nino,
But that's
El
what.
Nino like a motherfucker.
But that's the thing that I want to get back into, bro. Because nobody seems to remember that. Look back over your years as a child. You had way more greenery down here. You see what I'm saying? And now look at a lot of your greenery, all of your oak trees, your pecan trees. People used to have a little fig tree, The
I gotta
orange
be
tree,
no,
gum tree.
Paul. I gotta disagree with you on that one, my
Dude, think
brother.
about it, bro.
I
You
am,
have
I
a
am
lot
thinking
less
about.
greenery down here right now.
Look, the main thing I'm saying is this. The reason I disagree with you is because, like I say, I be around. I'm talking about all the way on the West Bank and shit too. So, something like I remember one year the Misbelieves had they came out. People ain't even know what they was. I'm riding around in the work truck, pulling over, pulling damn whole branches of Misbelieves down. You know, like people don't know, son, because they think that you can't eat that shit. It's right there. You know what I'm saying? People growing the same thing, son. The banana trees that they used to have, they still be having them. A lot of people did cut them down. They had them in their yards and shit or whatever. But the banana trees and the berry trees that used to be in the east, like all that shit still be like I still be seeing berry trees.
But what I'm saying is for the mass populace of the city, like you said, you be riding around in the outskirts of the city sometimes. I'm talking about in across the board in this city, both uptown, downtown, across the river. There is a lot less greenery, which takes like put it like this. What I'm saying is this. If we say if greenhouse gases is what the government is so concerned about, and remember at one point they're telling you that you have to plant trees, you have to stop cutting down trees, and this and this and this because the trees help save the land when the flood comes through because they absorb the water. You got wind stoppage because the trees slow the wind down. So if we looking at all these different things, like I told you, when I lived in that seven wall, bro, now that that project is gone, they put trees up in the areas that didn't have trees. And in the wintertime, I could walk under them trees and still feel the heat from the day in them trees, right? Now, of course, you know when you walk under a tree or you in a populated area where there's a lot of forestry, it's a lot cooler than what it would normally be if there is no forestry. You see what I'm saying? So I take into account that during my time as a child coming up, there was a lot more greenery in the city as far as trees. Like I say, oak trees, pecan trees, magnolia trees, your typical little fruit trees that people had in their yard. They had a lot of greenery in the city. And little by little, when that shit started getting cut down, I noticed over the course of time, it started getting hotter and hotter in certain spots. That's what I'm looking at. You see what I'm saying? So if you look at it across the board, across the United States and as well as around the world, you're gonna notice that there's irregular weather patterns in areas, especially being that they're using a lot of land, citing that they're using it to build developments and so on and so forth. That's where you having all these wild weather patterns that like they cut down a bunch of trees in the upper Midwest and 4 tornadoes swung through that bitch when a hurricane, you know, made it. That was unheard of. You see what I'm saying? Even though we knew that to be Tornado Alley, but not all at one time. You see what I'm saying? That was unheard of, and that was because a lot of their forestry got taken away.
Okay. Let me ask you a question, Chop. When you said what you were saying, was you saying that because you think that they kind of buffooned us into believing that there's not that much land and that it's always been here and it's always been here, and they just kind of lied to us about it because you see the stuff that's still growing and stuff?
Yeah, I think they lied to us about it because they don't want you to know that the ground really can do those type of things. That's just like I
Yeah,
read
we
right
didn't
now.
lose as much as they
Uh,
say we did. I think they kind of lied and just took pieces of it. That what you're saying?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Just think
Yeah, and
about population.
P. Dot, you heard what he said, dude, right on that level. So I think he wasn't really saying it in a way where you you were taking something from it. It was just that he had another insight on it of how a motherfucker could tell you one thing but do another thing, right? Like tell you tell you I got $5, but I got 30.
Right.
Just because I don't want you around what's going on. I think that's what his point was with it. You know,
No, all
not
right.
stepping on what you were saying, but I think y'all was saying the same thing, but in two different points of views. That's all.
No, all right. Yeah, because I was just that, I had been noticing that. Like I said, bro, we all seem to notice different things, and I guess the age factor does play a little bit of a difference in the things that we notice. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so that's why I say I could kind of look at what he's saying about it too, because things were different from him coming up too. Now, even though we not that far apart,
Because I could keep you away from shit. Yeah, I could definitely keep you away from areas if I tell you they fucked up or they not,
right?
they not
'Cause let
valuable
me ask
anymore
you,
or something. I could
what's the
keep you
one
out
thing
of
that every
areas and
black
do what I
man,
want with it. Yeah.
if you notice, what's the one thing that your parents, well, my mama taught me this when we was looking to buy a house. She said the one thing you want to look for is know where this particular place is on a flood map. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Don't buy houses in areas that's supposed to be flood zones and stuff like that, because those are the areas that you run a real big risk on being flooded out of. So that's one other thing that I look at too, and that's only because of the insurance agencies and shit like that. But I noticed that same area that you telling us is flood zones is the same areas that get mostly damn near all of the protection when it
And
comes
it's
to the
crazy
insurance.
because they could be, and that could be a part. And think about it. Not, I'm glad you say that because that could be a tool that they use to keep people out of areas where they do whatever the fuck they want with them areas, or buy them out because nobody is not,
Yeah, you
saying
don't
they want
want
to buy the property, and they just take over it.
to.
So
Mm-hmm.
tell you, oh, this the flood area, this the flood area, but knowing that that shit really could, whole weight to, build houses and stuff on it. What if they actually doing stuff like that? I think that's the part, you know, that we gotta put into factor too now, not just going for, just from their word. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff did happen around Katrina, though. Just to touch on that for a little minute. Like it's
Oh, you could go
we
further back
can't
than that, bro.
can
Like,
we say it happened the way the news said that it exactly
no,
happened,
no, because
and
my
we feel
mama and them said
comfortable
the same
saying,
thing
yeah,
happened.
you know what I'm saying?
Nah.
I can't do it, and I'm pretty sure y'all can't either. So it's like, a
But
lot of
that,
this stuff
but
we
looking
gotta
at the
take with a
Katrina
grain of salt.
situation, check this out. My mama had already told me that ain't the first time that shit happened. They flooded New Orleans out like that once before with
Man,
Betsy
who
and
you
Camille.
telling? As a people, we got to do our history because a lot of people didn't know that, and you look how we react and respond. But a lot of people didn't know this because this is hidden stuff, bro. Ain't nobody want to remember that. Ain't nobody want to talk about that.
And that's the thing. Why not?
A lot
You
of people
need to
moved
know,
out
right?
and stuff.
You see what I'm
A lot
saying?
of
That's the
people
thing we
went
keep
all in
talking about. When we
California and
say we
all that,
tired
man.
of
I'm
the
telling you,
elders
man.
dying, what the fuck
Man,
is
we got
these
so
people
much
supposed
history
to be
down here. It's
telling us this
crazy.
shit? You know?
It's ridiculous.
What little bit I was able to pull from moms and grandma, I'm thankful for that, because now I have some type of insight to spread down the mind, and as well as mine others. Because a lot of people didn't know that Betsy and Camille flooded out New Orleans like Katrina and Rita did. You know what I'm saying? Even though Katrina Rita was worse than what Camille was, they still flooded the city. You see what I'm saying? Now, for the most part, Betsy Camille only flooded like certain parts where people couldn't get out or move around or whatever like that. The city opened right back up. Katrina, on the other hand, it took what? Now, this the thing. When we think about Katrina, they say the water was gone after a month or two, right? How the city officially opened back up almost a year later.
Mm.
Like the water came, it stood from August through September. By October, it was all the way gone. Yet we couldn't come back into our homes until like 2006.
Yeah, bro. This bitch
That
was
that
fucked
was
up. I'm surprised.
I think that was nothing more than to grab the valuables, grab whatever you can, and make it seem like, oh, I think the treasure hunting I think that was nothing more than a big ass treasure hunt, bro.
Mm.
And that's crazy, dude. But look, if you're thinking about that, who it was, I mean, if you just thinking about it, not to venture off too much off of the subject, because this is still tied into the government, right? This is still tied into how they handle situations when they think people are not happy with what they're doing as a government, right?
You don't like what we doing?
Think about
Flood
it. Look, their whole thing, just to go back to it, y'all, their whole thing about this daylight saving time thing is that it's the winter time, and having to go, and for the sun to go out early is depressing people.
That's bullshit.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Pete. This is their whole pitch for why they're doing this. That's what I'm saying.
Who is it depressing? Is it depressing them? Because I'm not depressed. I
They
don't
say
see
that's
like
what I'm trying to figure out. Like what is they talking about? So it gotta be something else behind this, brother. I'm trying to figure it out, y'all. And I want y'all to put y'all thinking caps on with this shit, because ain't no
what could
way
you
you
be
just gonna
that
bust
depressed
out
about?
and just say, okay, yeah, we gonna say fuck it, we just gonna have daylight saving time all year round. Fuck it. I mean, say we ain't fuck it, we ain't doing daylight saving time no more. Fuck it, it just sun all the way around, because we looked at the polls and the statistics, and they say that
You're
when
depressed.
the sun go down early, people get depressed. They're depressed more, and when the sun up during the day, they're happy more.
Well, so wait.
So we're gonna keep the we're gonna keep
I
the
got a good one.
sun time.
I got a good one. They want the sun worshippers to be happy.
Oh, holy smokes!
That's what it
We got
is.
us another
The
one.
sun worshippers are
We got us
upset
another
because they
one.
don't get enough sunlight. They can't tan as long as they like no more.
It
So what
it
they gonna
could look, and not
wait,
only
so
that,
wait,
just
look,
just
here's
saying,
the other thing.
just
What they
giving
gonna do
their
when
God
Bill Gates decide to
just
block
giving
off
their
the sun?
God an extra 2 hours. That could be, part of it, like you're saying. Just giving them that praise. Yeah, you're right. That could be a part.
Wait, because remember, wasn't Bill Gates supposed to trying to develop technology to block out the sun?
But
Remember
what
that?
happened to the seasons then? So what's gonna happen to seasons?
Nigga,
How does
it'll
that? How
be
does no daylight saving time affect seasons?
that not
Mm.
don't that sound a bit redundant to be able to say that you don't want daylight saving time, but
Say, Chop,
what you gonna do?
how does that
You-
affect agriculture, y'all, and farming, right? No daylight saving time.
Exactly. So we're gonna say that okay, instead of having a what that is, all right. So daylight saving time is when you
I'm trying to
fall
see.
back
This is questions I'm trying
or
to figure
spring
out. Does
forward.
it
Okay, so
does
you're
it
supposed to
affect
spring forward.
agriculture? Does it affect farming? What's going on? Since y'all going by Gregorian calendar, and y'all fucking with the hours of the days on the clock. So what is real time? When is the actual seasons, and how they supposed to really be broke down? All these questions have to be asked now, because they the ones put this bullshit out here, y'all.
Yeah, because If you go back, don't the April shower bring the May flowers?
Don't say Mayflower. You gonna have all type of people heads gone, boy.
April shower
Mayflower. That
bring
was
the
the boat with the
May
slavery.
flowers.
All right, the Pilgrims, and yeah.
So we
That
supposed to
was
be
the
getting
Mayflower. The Mayflower was the
all
Thanksgiving shit.
so are they going to be trying to control the weather to make sure we get those showers in April like per promise?
But I want to know. I still want to know about the HARP program. So hey,
Hey, when I looked up the HARP
these are
program, that shit was full
questions.
of mortgage lenders and shit.
HAARP.
Oh, HAARP. Oh,
Yeah,
I was just typing up regular HARP.
yeah. HARP program. And you gotta put a program behind it. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's it's a lot of stuff going on with that one.
Oh,
Chop, you still with us, huh, brother?
he done pulled something up on the screen. What appears to be a calendar of sorts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that up there for a little minute. Man, that was small. But yeah, you found it though. What it say? I thought you had found it, bro. Yeah, man.
So they supposedly closed the HARP down in 2014.
So they say, huh?
Right. It say, because I'm looking up what they're talking about with
Well,
the
what
conspiracy
was
theory.
it though? What was it?
All right, I'm about to tell you.
These people play too
So
much, man.
wait, hold up, wrong one.
Wow.
All right, $9.3 million National Science Fund grant. Okay, the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, or
Man.
HARP, is a scientific endeavor aimed at studying the properties and behavior of the ionosphere. The ionosphere stretches roughly 50 to 400 miles above Earth's surface, right at the edge of space. Along with the neutral upper atmosphere, the ionosphere forms the boundary between Earth's lower atmosphere, where we live and breathe, and the vacuum of space. Hmm. Operations of the research facility was transferred to the United States Air Force to the from the United States Air Force to the University of Alaska Fairbanks on August 11th of 2015, allowing HARP to continue with exploration of the ionosphere. Wow, this is a good one. Phenomenology. 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 Via land use cooperative research and development agreement.
Yeah, boys. It's
Yeah,
that one caught you, boy. I ain't see one. I ain't see one that boxed you up, boy, in a minute, boy.
boy, that one boxed me up for real, dog. I know phenomenology, phenomenology. All right, there you go.
There it is. That
God,
sound
yeah, phenomenology. Yeah, I had to get that one right, quick. All right, HARP is the world's most capable high-power frequency transmitter for a study of the ionosphere. Why are they trying to look okay? The HARP program is committed to developing a world-class research facility consisting of ionospheric research instrument and high-power transmitter facility operating at high frequency range. The IRI can be used to temporarily excite a limited area of the all these bitches playing with nature. They're trying to excite it. So they basically they basically giving nature a Viagra fucking pill.
He's trying to excite it.
Yeah. They giving nature a fucking Viagra. God damn it.
These people, bro, I'm telling you, through electrodes, right?
Wait, a sophisticated suite of
Through
scientific diagnostic
through magnetic electrodes, man. Yeah,
instruments that can be
they
used
building
to
these
observe.
big ass.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
go ahead. I'm gonna let you read it. Go ahead.
Wait. All right, I'm gonna go back to that one. So it says the ionospheric research instrument, a high power transmitters facility operating in high frequency range. The IRI can be used to temporarily excite a limited area of the ionosphere for scientific study. A sophisticated suite of scientific or diagnostic instruments that can be used to observe the physical process that occur in the excited region. Bitch, they giving motherfucking nature of Viagra.
Now, before you say excited, it told you exactly what it was. It was this big things of frequency that they then build to
Shoot
excite
up
the
into the
nature.
to shoot it into the
Yeah.
ionosphere. So basically, you giving nature a fucking booster shot. We gonna agitate you a little bit. That's like, oh no, you know what? Tasering a fucking bull.
Yeah, like that. Like, yeah,
Ah,
it's like you starting storm clouds and tornadoes and tsunamis and shit.
nah. You can
Yeah,
aim that. You can aim
you
that high
agitate that
frequency
type of shit.
transmitter
Yeah.
anywhere and just watch what it
Uh-huh.
do. So that's what it was with Katrina. And and what they did was to help make sure that certain parts of the city flood. We gonna blow the
When it would
levees
shut
as
down?
we, huh? Nah,
When the program was supposed to be shut down?
nah. They saying that they transferred power of the facility over to the University of Alaska Fairbanks on August 11, 2015. However,
Mm.
when I go back
Ain't
to the
that 10 years? Ain't
conspiracy
that 10 years after Katrina?
after Katrina. Now, mind you, it's a the conspiracy theory about the abandoned uh conspiracy theories abound as US military closes heart. The US now this is coming from NBC News. When was this posted? So this was 2014. They say May 22nd, 2014 at 6:25 p.m. Central CDT. Well, what is CDT time? All right. It's the U.S. Air Force has told Congress it intends to shut down the HARP, a controversial Alaska-based research facility that studies the upper atmosphere. Now that's the title of the article. The U.S. Air Force has notified Congress that it intends to shut down HARP. Now remember, the other article said that they turned it over to the school, right?
Right.
All right. Now they say they intend to shut down HARP, a controversial Alaska-based research facility that studies an energetic and active region of the upper atmosphere. Conspiracy theorists are abuzz about the news, given that HARP, which we already know what that means, has long been the center of widespread speculation that the program is designed to control weather.
All
Or
right.
worse, in 2010, Venezuela leader Hugo Chavez claimed that the HARP program or alike
Mm-hmm.
that claimed that
Was
HARP
used against him.
or okay, he's saying he claimed that HARP or a program like it triggered the Haitian earthquake.
Bam. Oh shit. Oh shit.
For the record, the Haitian quake of 2010 was caused by the slippage
2010. They
of
shut it down in 2015.
wait, now here go what they saying for the record happened. It said for the record, the Haitian quake of 2010 was caused by a slippage of previously unmapped fault along the border of the Caribbean and North American tectonic plates. Now,
Mm.
I'm gonna pause right there because I just saw something the other fucking day where they were talking about they got machinery big enough to dig under the fucking ocean,
All right.
right? So if you
See
got
that?
machinery that's big enough to dig, now mind you, they say that the machine has to move so slow because of the weight and the amount of movement that it would make would
Mm-hmm.
cause earthquakes. So remember, people keep saying they keep like I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one who notices the motherfucking shit, but we could be in our bedroom and slightly feel the ground shaking our home. Now you live in the east, not too far from the interstate, right? There ain't no way in hell you gonna feel the weight of an 18 wheeler passing the interstate around your way, right? So why would you be laying down and feel your house vibrating?
Yeah, bro. It's weird. Yeah,
You,
definitely.
you see what I'm saying, bro? Like we've been living in places where there isn't that much heavy freaking traffic, yet our houses have cracks in the foundation where water hasn't stood in a long time, and people wasting hundreds of millions of dollars on reshoring their property, and they
Right.
still getting the same problem. So who's to say that you're not digging tunnels up under our motherfucking land that we on right now?
Right. Because what they told you exactly what it was. You see what I'm saying? And just that little article that you read, I mean, they that's they couldn't hide it. You see what I'm saying?
There's no
That's how blunt the project was. Even
right.
when you describe it in an article, it still says exactly what I said in the beginning.
Yeah,
I just said it in common, just in a common form.
yeah. They
It's an
literally like I
area
said,
where they was fucking with the weather. They used electrodes and all these big ass equipments and shit to
shots of
fuck with
electric.
shit.
Cause
Yeah,
you
man. And they putting
and
the
then
shit in
then
the air, man. And they
then
put
the
it. And why you think they used Alaska? You see what I'm saying? They used Alaska as a setting point to
cause
shot to bring
isn't
that
that
down
high
to the
ground?
bring that shit down. All right,
I'm
to
about
these
to say
areas,
that's high
right?
ground right there. I mean, you can't over well other than that. I think what they said the highest point of the world was up north in North U.S. Huh?
I think it has something to do with the. I think it has something to do with the area. I think it has a lot to do with the area. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Cause the
that's why I
highest
think that's
point.
why they put it.
Cause
That's why
remember
they
we
put
were
it
talking
there.
about it one day and we was like, what's the highest point on the earth? How the highest elevation of the face of the earth? And we was I my goofy ass hollered the Himalayan mountains. He was like, nah, dude, you gotta look this up. It's the highest. That's the highest mountain, but that's not the highest point of height on the earth. And we discovered
Right,
that it
right.
was somewhere over here in the US has the highest point of, the highest point of land mass, and that's over here in the US. So here's the thing. Don't you need to be close to the atmosphere to be able to shoot those type of magnetic waves up
Magnetic
without it
waves, right.
interfering with
And if
something?
you think about it, if you think about a pebble in water, right? Doesn't it ripple?
Yep, it creates a ripple effect.
So just think about that without the water. You know what I'm saying? Like in the wind, in the air,
Uh,
in the atmosphere, right?
or
And
just
you
just
making
using
those
straight
type
up
of big
like
splashes. That's like a fat man jumping off a goddamn diving board. Boy, what they doing with that hop shit?
exactly. So that's the
They
thing. That's the
made
thing
a
that
big
I really
ass
been.
splash out the blue.
Oh, that kind of goes back in the movie we was talking about with the cloud making shit.
Oh,
Yeah, I had
All
to get the
right,
baby
there we
right
go.
quick.
Now you saw the machine, yeah, chap.
Yeah.
We about to close out in a minute, player.
All right.
Yeah, that's what we was talking about with the we seen the machine for that, huh?
Well,
Yeah, me and you,
I
when
just
we looked
seen
them
that
cloud
bitch.
machines,
Machine, that bitch was poof.
that bitch
That
flew.
bitch was
No,
busting
remember
them bitches out.
the one I remember us watching was one where they had a big ass machine, and when they turned that bitch on, it was so much steam that it created a cloud, and they just kept blowing it until it got up into the atmosphere.
But you know that was on purpose though, right?
Yeah, because they trying to control the weather.
Yeah, I was about to say it wasn't just I was about to say because it wasn't just because the machine was used for something else and it was steaming so bad that it was making clouds. No, that
Nah, that was a
machine
cloud making machine.
that
They
yeah,
designed that bitch to
the
make
machine was made to create the cloud. Yeah.
and they said because I think that was over in Japan or something like that, where they're like,
I
oh,
don't
it's
remember,
been
but I
dry,
think it
it's
was on
been too
some
dry.
farm shit too, though. Because some people, I don't know, certain areas, where when you get too much, sun, it dry out your crops and stuff like that, and
Right. So they was using
yeah,
a
you might
cloud
need to
machine
have
to create
the
clouds
little
to help.
shade over you. There you go. Yeah, I
Not
think
just that, to
on that
help
level they
to help
introduce
create
it
some
through that type
rain.
of shit.
That was the thing I remember them saying that they was using it for was to create help create some rain because the
Yeah,
eight
because think about it. If they've been using all these artificial ways anyway with the crops and stuff like this, think about it, fellas. How like how far fetched is them saying, well, fuck it, we don't need no more daylight saving time.
Mm.
It didn't tell you some bullshit about it's depressing people. Let's just get rid of it. Something going on with that shit, y'all. I just just to end it off with that, y'all. I'm gonna stick with that one, man, because just what we just listen to and just what the people just heard, y'all. I mean,
Let us
they
know what you
have
think
been doing
about
these
this.
things. Our government do this. They've been fucking with shit, y'all. So you know, another one. I'm another strike on my chalkboard for the motherfuckers, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Big old.
Man, with that being said, man, I think we can end this one off, man. Another great episode, fellas.
Yeah, this was a good episode.
And
Definitely, man.
to recap, all of our brothers and sisters out there, watch your people. They go to doing some creepy shit. Get the fuck. Please.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't need no more dead babies, no more dead baby
GTF.
mamas and all that shit. Please watch your people. Make
Watch
sure
your
they all
children.
right. Just start asking questions. Like,
Watch your
have you been
fucking.
having any
Please watch
suicidal
your
thoughts
children.
lately? Ask
More
the questions.
attentive. Something. Yeah. Yeah,
Please pay
man.
attention.
You know, and and with that being said, man. Oh, matter of fact, let me plug right quick. Flavor Food plug right quick. Y'all check
All
Flavor
day, all
Food.
day.
Chop
Flavor.
plug Flavor Food right quick.
Flavor Food Service at Flavor Food on Instagram. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
To get all your food and you be hungry, man. We got healthy
Caterings
food and good
and
food.
all
Like,
type
come
of
on, man. Good and healthy.
all
Yeah,
tastes.
all type of shit.
Y'all check them
Delicious.
out, y'all. Definitely. Yeah, man. Y'all check them out. Definitely, man. Element Fashions. Y'all peep that out. You know what I'm saying? On Instagram. Y'all go check that out. And this has been another Blunt Talk, fellas. All cap, no space, NOLA on the motherfucking YouTube. And we about to drop off on them like this, man. I'm Silent Child 17.
P360 in the building.
Child Trace in the building.
Shit, we go get out of here like that, y'all.
How we get out of here?
Be
Bum
safe.
bum bum bum.